And as we can see, my friends, with these three things going, we can fill up the cargo canisters in a relative short amount of time. Come on, Bubbles. There we go. Okay, so it would appear that it is time to get back. Radiation vomiting is no good. No, 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 especially when we are still so far away in space. Hello there, I'm the Biz Manager and welcome back to Oxygen Not Included. Now, today my friends, I think we are going to focus ourselves on pretty much just space stuff. It would be pretty nice if we could get this rocket going with an exploration module on it. I think that would probably be really nice. However, we still need to build this ginormous ladder over here, which is, well, ginormous, and so it's going to take a little while. We need to do that because of the piping for the petroleum line. Weird lag spikes. Are you feeling okay, game? Please, I'm doing my intro here. Yeah? Can we move on? Thank you. So, like I was saying, we need to build the pipelines first, otherwise the rocket is not going anywhere. And that is going to take a little bit of time, mostly because of the size of this ladder. Yeah, because I also need to figure out how is this going to work, because I haven't built anything just yet, and I already have pipes in the way of other pipes, which is going to be challenging, to say the least, and interesting, probably. In any case, now that we have our booster section ready to go, we can start adding new things on top of this. Given that this is going to be an exploration module, we can go a tad bit crazy with the thingies, modules that we are going to slap on it. So I was thinking maybe we could go for a large gas canister, maybe? Nah, I think that a regular gas canister is more than enough to get us where we need, especially because we are not going to be drilling through anything, therefore we are not going to be wasting time in there. So yeah, regular gas canister, probably a good idea. Let's make that out of what? Not steel, we don't need to waste steel on that. I think modules are one of the buildings that don't get temperature exchanged or something like that, so we can make these out of whatever materials we have on hand. So one gas canister, we are going to need that, obviously. We are also going to need some power. Yeah, we can put the water in here. Yeah. Let's put the water outside as well. And then some power. And that's pretty much it. One battery. And maybe a few of these. Can I fit everything? Oh, please tell me that I can fit everything. Oh no, yeah, like, one square. One square too little. Nope, don't build anything. Okay, so apparently, uh, less than ideal. I would like to get the battery on the outside, so we could recharge it while it is a station. Um, Because this rocket is going to be moving and we are going to have a battery module, and the petroleum engine provides a whopping 480 watts of power, we can forgo one of these things. Not as it could... Okay. That's fine. We can let go of one of the solar panels because we are going to have constant power. After all, we are going to be constant moving, and the battery is there just for, you know, once the rocket reaches its destination, and we kind of forget about it, you know, the battery is going to be for those times. In any case, there we go. We have our very first exploration module. Now, you might be wondering, where is the we have our very first exploration rocket, and you might be wondering, where is the exploration module? Like this thing over here. Where are you? I know I have that unlocked. I know I have seen you already. Please, Well, I can't find it, but there is a exploration module that you slap on here with a telescope on it. However, you don't need it. You can build one of these bad boys, a telescope inside of your cockpit, and it's going to work just fine. The thing is, you need to put it next to a window in order for it to work, I'm pretty sure. Other than that, everything works wonderfully, and we don't need to slap that module on our rocket because it's quite big, and we rather have that space occupied with cargo tanks. Okay, so the rocket is assembled. We still need to come into the inside of the rocket, however, and build this thing. It's not going to be pretty, I can tell you right now. Uh, we will have to cram so much stuff inside of this cockpit, it's like ridiculous. Luckily for us, we are inputting water and oxygen from the outside, which means we don't need to worry about any of that. We just need to worry about cramming a telescope, orbital collection data, bathroom, dining area, bunks, and all the other stuff. Yeah, as you can see, it's only a few things, right? At least we don't have to put a tank of water in here, so that makes life a little bit easier, I suppose. Well, my friends, given the added challenges that we have to face towards making the exploration rocket's cockpit both an exploration vessel and data collection vessel with atmosuit docks, bathroom, dining room, and all of that for 2 dupes, it's like, yeah, it's going to require a little bit of Tetris. And fingers crossed this works. I don't know if the dupes will be able to climb this ladder, jump into this tile, and then keep climbing towards the top level. I hope they do, because if they don't, well, this is not going to work, because this room over here requires 12 tiles in order to be a washroom. Otherwise, it's not going to apply the bonus, the morale bonus, and yeah, that's not good. But well, my friends, while the dupes get this going, we need to start focusing on other things. We need oxygen. We need to put some oxygen inside of this rocket, right? How are we going to do that? We have 3 lines of oxygen over here. Usually, at first, I just siphon off, like from this line, for example. We could come over here and have 1 line of oxygen, but yeah, how about we don't do that? We have some space over here available to us. I was thinking maybe we could put some oxygen production facilities over here. A small-scale version of what we have over here, right? Just so that we have oxygen ready to go for our rockets. Invalid. Can you move over there? I could not see. Oh well. In any case, what was I saying? I don't know. We are going to create a small oxygen thingy over here with 3 electrolyzers and 3 lines for the gas rocket port loaders over here. Or maybe we don't need all of that. Maybe we need a little bit less, but what I'm going to do is that I'm going to leave them with those 3, and then I'm going to start stockpiling all of that hydrogen. I'm going to try and, well, we have a lot of space available, so we are just going to build a bunch of these thingies, the gas reservoirs, and we are going to stockpile that hydrogen, because you know we are going to need it in the future. And so, having a bountiful amount of hydrogen ready once the time comes for this thing is going to be just like absolutely glorious, and I'm going to love past me for doing that. So yeah, enough talking. Let's mop this chlorine. I don't know, yeah, that is disgusting. Or even better, instead of mopping it, let's eat it up, because we are going to have to eat this area up a little bit, and that should make sure that the chlorine goes back into its gas form, so that we can vacuum it out later on. So my friends, it would appear this trick is not going to work. Rather unfortunate. I mean, it was absolutely needed. So I was thinking, and maybe we are going to turn this into a one-man cockpit thingy. I'm pretty sure that Nicola is not going to be on the telescope all the time, so yeah, one pilot is going to be all that we need, while we are in range of you know, undiscovered tiles. Nicola can sit on the telescope, and whenever we uncover all of them, and Nicola has nothing else to do, we will turn him into collecting some data banks for us. So yeah, let's redo this entire cockpit now. Okay, my friends, so the next step in order to make sure that this space rocket is functional is going to be the oxygen. So we are taking care of the oxygen production right here. This is going to be the shape of this oxygen production facility. We are going to pipe the stuff into some gas reservoirs so that we always have a stock, even though it's minimum. I believe it's 150 kilograms that each of those tanks takes, and this takes just a bunch, but still, it's a nice little buffer that we will have over here. The water, we are going to siphon off one of the tanks. Yeah, I think that's probably for the better. That way we also clean the water that we have in this pipe. The automation got a little bit messed up because of that artistic thingy that we had last episode, so yeah, I will probably find across my colony messed up automation everywhere, so yeah, bit unfortunate. Okay, my friends, so now that we have vacuumed the chamber, we can kickstart the oxygen production. I just need to finish off my hydrogen reserves. Like I said, I kind of want to stock up as much hydrogen as I can over time, so that once we need it for hydrogen rockets, we have plenty of stock ready to go, as getting hydrogen on that stage of the game can be a tad bit well, less than ideal, because these things are somewhat large, and by that stage of the game the entire map is going to be full, so let's just um, think about the future for a little bit. Besides, once this is relatively quick to build, so we should get oxygen into our rocket in just a few cycles. Alright, my friends, we are ready to go. Let's connect the water, which is the final piece missing for this thing to go completely on. So we have the automation already set up. The electrolyzers are going to work if below 1.4 kilos of pressure, and the atmos sensors are going to... the gas pumps. Oh, wait. These are going to work when below this, when above that pressure, but right now I don't want them to activate. Because I want the chamber to stabilize first, and that means you too. I don't want anything pumping out just yet. And there we go. Beautiful oxygen being pumped out of here, because the ambient around this place is very cold. We won't need to worry too much about the temperature of the oxygen coming out from here. So yeah, we should now have oxygen going, which means we have to come over here into the gas cargo canister and select oxygen. So now that the oxygen is coming in, right, we can see it's being loaded. We should start to get some... oh no, we don't, because we don't have any power. That's why, that's understandable. The dupes have been lacking in their efforts to get this thing going. Do we have power for that? Oh, we do. So there we go. So now, oxygen inside of the cockpit, and inside of these things as well. We just need to power the entire thing, build the remaining buildings that are not yet done. Let's increase the priority of this thing. And as we can see, my friends, with these three things going, we can fill up the gas cargo canisters in a relative short amount of time. Otherwise it would take forever, trust me. Now, we are also going to need something else. However, 9,000 kilograms of water, that sounds a tad bit excessive if you ask me. I would say that 4 tons is more than enough, especially because we can easily refill it. But we kinda need the water. There we go. Let's see, are these pipes done? Yes, they are. So for now, let's just use this manual thingy to start transmitting water there. Once we have completed the 5 tons of water that we have requested, we will shut off these signal switches, and we are going to increase this number to the maximum, absorbing the water in the pipes so that there is nothing left in here. For the oxygen, I don't care so much, but the water, well, it can become a problem. And speaking about rockets, it is time for Travaldo to come back into the planet, because I just got the food notification. His food stockpile is running low, but he already used up most of the plastic anyway, so we have a bunch of databanks ready to roll. So by the start of the next cycle, I'm going to call him in back into the colony. Well, my friends, a few more pipes and this rocket is ready to go. I'm actually really excited, my friends. And Nicola is going to go on a majestic journey, I can tell you. We need Nicola because only he can use the telescope. One of the other things that I thought about... Oh, okay. Thank you for interrupting me. This is like absolutely critical. Joshua got trapped himself in here. Okay, I was once again interrupted by my dupes. But as any case, what? Like so many, every time I open my mouth, there is just so many warnings, guys. I tell you, it's ridiculous. Okay, yeah, I get it. I don't care. One of the things that I was thinking, Jesus, can I finish game? Thank you. Was to send Marie back into our colony. After all, she never, she was never there in the first place. So I'm pretty sure she's going to be happy to go visit because she is a scientist. I'm pretty sure. Well, she can do applied research sciences because we can just do it like so. And Nicola will go into space and we'll gather the databanks and explore the unexplored tiles that we have around here. So that's one of the possibilities. Now, my friends, we are going to keep exploring this planet. There is still plenty of resources to gather, and because we have constant power issues, we are either... See, I open my mouth, warnings. We have to constantly send coal over here, not that very difficult. We just go over here into our storage area, right? And select coal from this place. And the auto sweeper will do that for us. Not a major hassle, but still, it would not be a bad idea to start using some of this natural gas that we have laying around. After all, we are full of it back in our main colony. Not only that, we have a natural gas geyser over here, which we are going to be exploring anyway. So overall, I just think it's a good idea to use some of that natural gas for power, and it will also give us a minuscule amount of polluted water, which is always nice, I suppose. And there we go, my friends. We are stockpiled on oxygen and on liquids. Petroleum is getting there as well. We already requested the oxalite, so I'm pretty sure that it is almost everything ready to go. We need... Jesus. We need to still build one final station over here. One of these, otherwise the dock is not going to do us any good. And we need to bring some berry sludge over here, priority 9, so the dupes get on with doing that. I have some storage over here, I don't know really what to do with it. We don't... Oh, we need plastic, yeah, that's why we have you over here. Industrial ingredients, nope. Manufactured materials, plastic, let's say 2000 kilograms, because it is going to be a long journey. And soon we will be ready to send... Wait. We need to select over here water. Almost forgot about that. However, that would not be a terrible thing. So, I was thinking, in order for us to get rocket pilot level 2, we need to get astronomy, right? Astronomy is the telescope usage. It says so right there. And Bubbles has 2 skill points. I think you see where I'm going. Yeah. Apparently Nicola is not going in space. Bubbles is. And Nicola can stay in here doing its research, and Marie can stay in the other colony doing her things. So cool, pretty cool. Next cycle, my friends. Next cycle. I think everything is ready to roll. So the inaugural journey of our exploration rocket is upon us. Rivaldo himself wants to double-check the rocket, make sure everything is ready for Bubbles. He gives his stamp of approval. So let's go into the star map and select the destination. We have 4 anomalies right here. We have a range of 20 tiles, which is pretty cool. So if we go like... maybe not like this. We'll have to manually... decide when it's time to come back. So yeah, if we go like this, right, we can explore all the way to this edge of the map and get this anomaly on the way, because I believe we explore like to the adjacent tiles to the ones that we are currently traveling in, which means by the time we stop over here, we'll be able to discover this tile, this tile, this tile, and then move on to discover this tile, this tile, this tile, and so on and so forth. So let's select that destination. The crew is already been selected to Bubbles, so let's call in the crew, and yeah, I think everything is ready. We have water, we have oxygen, we have food, we have plastic. So if anything is going to go wrong, at least I think I went through the proper checklist. But let's test this out. Bubbles, where are you? Here she comes. Bubbles, the test pilot for our brand new rocket. This is just fantastic, my friends. After this launch, I'm going to grab the carbon dioxide rocket and I'm going to put it into one of these thingies so that we can retrofit it with a proper petroleum engine. There we go, Bubbles. Oh, you don't have a snazzy suit. That's not okay. We'll have to make sure that is fixed by the time you come back. But now is not the time for that. Knowledge warnings. Cargo transfer not complete. Oh, it's just the oxygen because it's Bubbles is constantly breathing, you know. Yeah, that is something that we'll have to live with. Acknowledge the warning. Begin the launch. And let's witness this event, my friend. Come on. Come on, Bubbles. There we go. Into space we go, my friends. I absolutely love these rockets. The petroleum rocket is definitely my favorite. In any case, oh yeah, yeah, these guys. Yeah, I'm glad I made these ones out of steel because I wasn't sure if the gas ports would transfer temperature or not, but apparently they do. So yeah, that was a good decision. So now the way this is going to work is quite simple. I meant priorities like this. The telescope has a higher priority than the orbital collection data, which means that Bubbles should operate this thing whenever there is a tile to be analyzed first, and then when there is nothing else to do, she comes over here and starts producing data banks for us. Now, my friends, I have parked the databank production rocket over here because, well, we knew this was a very temporary rocket, so it is time to remove this engine and turn this into a mining rocket. We still don't have the mining part, but we can build the booster for now, and then add the mining drill on top of that in the future. Now we are going to use this for mining because this interior is self-contained. We don't need a gas storage, nor do we need a liquid reservoir. We have all of that in here, so we can use that space for cargo, like solid cargo, to store the materials that we are going to get once we go into the mining part. Oh no, wait, the telescope actually has a 3-tile range. Pretty cool. To me, this part of assembling the fleet is always so fun. I really like these petroleum rockets. I think I already said that plenty of times. But yeah, now it's time for us to start assembling a proper fleet of rockets. It's going to be expensive on the steel part, but we have been fabricating steel for quite some time now, so we had a good stockpile of that. So I think we still have enough steel for a few more rockets. I kind of want to leave a couple of platforms open because we don't really know what we need in the future. But right now, if we could get 2 more, well, in this case, 1 more mining rocket going, that would leave us with a good amount of mining rockets, at least for now, because we still don't have a clear picture of where the resources are, so it's not like we have plenty of to mine, right? We still need to explore a little bit more, but getting a colonization rocket also going would probably also be a very good idea. We need both a Trailblazer module and a rover module on those kinds of rockets. Plus we need to fit 2 dupes inside of them, and you know, those dupes need to be prepared for the long run. Because they are going to stay quite a while in the other planets, so there is plenty of things that need to be done in order for the colonization rocket to be ready. Well, I just came to the terrible realization that the only diamond in the entire map on both planets is this little bit over here. Like, really? Really, I don't have any more diamond anywhere. Maybe we'll have a few more bits over here, but yeah, none of this big chunk had any diamond in it, which is rather disappointing and terrible. Because the only other way to get to get this stuff is to produce it using red bolts, and we are not yet prepared to do such a thing. Well, my friends, apparently Bubbles over here is getting a tad bit sick from radiation. We all know that space is a tad bit filled up with radiation, right? So yeah, because this journey is quite large, Bubbles is starting to feel the effects. She will have to deal with it for now, at least. Every time she'll go to the bathroom, she'll lose a little bit of those rads. As you could see, the minor radiation sickness went away, but it's coming back. Trust me. One way to deal with that is to build these thingies. Basic red pills. They are pretty cheap to produce. However, you need a medical on the colony, and guess what? We don't have any. That's kind of bad. So I suppose that we should hire some dupes capable of making pills for us. I mean, we don't really need a medical dupe if we just get Nails over here to do the medicine for us. It's not like she has nothing better to do, so you know what? I'm going to do that. She has plenty of morale, and I think we only need that one skill. Yep, as we can see now, we no longer get the little warning telling us that we have no skill dupe in the colony. So cool. Oh, we have discovered something, my friends. We have discovered another swamp planet, and in here we have a tungsten volcano, and that's pretty much it. That's the only thing worth it about this planet, apparently. Okay. Okay. Alright. Let's keep on moving forward. We still have 6 more tiles of fuel, so 1, 2, 3, 4... oh, we only need to reach this tile, and then we can come back. Yeah, over on this side, we don't have any diamond either. This map is really sucky when it comes to materials. We came in here to search for a specific kind of thing, and we did not found a lot. Yeah, I'm a tad bit disappointed. That is going to force our hand in a few things. We really need to get some red bolts going, because we are not going to have enough diamond to run any particular missions. Let's just see how much diamond we got from here. So we got 3 tons of the stuff. Yeah, like no, like that's not even close to enough. Just look at the amount of anomalies that we have found already. Jesus, and this is the first trip that we are making. Most of these might just be a few collectible items or artifacts that we might encounter in space, but still, if we can find mineable fields, it would be also pretty nice, especially if we get some of the good stuff close to home so that we can access it with a petroleum rocket. Okay, so it would appear that it is time to get back. Radiation vomiting is no good, no, especially when we are still so far away in space. We did not achieve the completion of our mission. We still have a few tiles left to explore, but oh well. Given the current circumstances, I think it's time for us to go back home. Next time we are going to bring a few radiation pills with us. Oh, finally, we got the research for the drill cones done. It's been an interesting amount of time. Nicola was not really too eager to do material research, even though we had red bolts available. Didn't understand why, but eventually got it done. Now let's go for the pressurized forging. We are going to need these things sooner rather than later, given the low amount of red bolt of diamond that we have. We'll have to spend some red bolts doing that. Oh, it would appear that Bubbles is already back. I didn't even notice. Is she still inside? Nope. No, she isn't. Now it's time for us to clean out the rocket, because there is plenty of yucky vomit all over the place, and we need to clean this part out of here as well. So yeah, let's just clean the rocket out. Let's add a secondary refrigerator over here, where we are going to put a bunch of red pills, so that Bubbles can go on another journey, and this time not be completely cooked by the radiation of space. Well, Bubbles, to thank you for your contributions, here is your snazzy suit, and there is another one over here for Trivaldo as well, because he apparently did not have a suit. He came with those yellow suits, the standard ones, and I always get confused. So yeah, now our entire crew is at full snazziness once again. Okay, my friends, so this rocket is serviced. We are just waiting on a few extra things, but I'm pretty sure we are ready to go once again. But before we do, let's select this, put 5 kilograms of red pills. I don't know if one red pill is 1 kilogram or like not, but if it is, well, let's say 10 kilograms so that we have at least 10 pills, if that is the case. If not, well, having all the pills over here is not going to be the worst thing ever. So that's perfectly fine as well. What seems to be the problem? Output pipe full. No game. It's not full. You are mistaken. Now, still speaking about rocketry, our first mining rocket is already built. We have one load of diamond. In this case, I believe we have like 3 round trips. So I don't think I'm going to go just yet towards these sandy ore fields, because we don't get a lot of metal out of them. I want to discover a few extra anomalies first, make sure that we have like a better yielding ore field first before I start launching missions. And if I could get the asteroid field that you get the fluorine from, that would just be fantastic. If we could get some super coolant going like right now, all of our troubles would be like gone, because we could make a nuclear reactor and siphon off a bunch of red bolts that way. Okay, my friends, so after a few cycles, the rocket has been fully resupplied. Let's change into cruise so that we can call in Bubbles, and let's change our destination to be somewhere around the place that we were going in the first place. But now, going to the interior, we have a bunch of red pills inside of the refrigerator over here, so that Bubbles doesn't fry her brain. Also, I made a few modifications, such as I replaced a bunch of airflow tiles with plastic tiles. Reason for that is they are far better at absorbing radiation, or in this case at blocking it. And you know, given that Bubbles spend most of our time producing databanks and sleeping, right? This area is by far the most secure from radiation. And with Bubbles inside, we can start the launch sequence, or in this case, we can start the launch sequence. And here we go. Beautiful. And now we have a starport filled up with a bunch of rockets. They are not yet functional, but well, they are here. We need to build the interior of this one, and we need to find a good harvesting place for this one. We could launch this whenever we feel like it, but we're not going to waste a diamond on sand and algae. I don't think that's worth it. Alright, so with a new exploration mission underway, we can now focus on building our colonization rocket. We already have the exterior done, the Trailblazer, the rover's module, and the gas tank that we are going to need to keep our tubes oxygenated. Now we need to come over here, deconstruct this thing, and build a bunch of stuff that will sustain 2 loops for a, let's say, I don't want to say long time, but at least like 50 to 100 cycles. Okay, my friends, so I think I have the interior done or at least on paper. The dupes still need to build everything, but I think this is how we are going to go for it. We'll be able to transport a bunch of materials with us, food, radiation pills, we have a seat for every dupe, a party line so that they can talk to whoever is back at home, and of course the mandatory 2 atmosuit talks, and one liquid reservoir, because, well, unfortunately we only have space on the outside for a gas tank, which means the water needs to be transported on the inside. Now that is going to be an interesting challenge, because we need to bring a water pipe all the way over here, and that is going to be very interesting. Well, you see, this was kind of the dream, but I just completely forgot one thing. We have no way of producing power on this rocket. Yeah, that's kind of important. Okay. I will have to completely redesign the entire rocket. Like, the entire thing that... Oh my lord. Okay. That's fine. Let's start deconstructing a bunch of things. So yeah, as you can see, the rocket needed a complete transformation. All the things had to be switched around, but now we'll have the power production capabilities. Now, unfortunately, we only have space for one refrigerator. We could replace this with a refrigerator, but that's not a good idea. We want to bring materials with us, especially in the very first journey, because we still don't have a mechanism to bombard the planet with the materials that we need to build, so we will need to bring them with us. Now, what we can do is we request first the basic rat pills, like we request like 50 kilograms, and then we drop them on the floor, and then we request the berry sludge, and well, as long as the dupes don't pick them up and put them somewhere else, we should leave them all of here behind, so that once we go on our journey, the dupes have the red pills available to them. Oh, I would think that my prayers were listened, my friends. We found the fluorine asteroid field. Oh my lord, can we make it over here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Yes, we can. Ah, glorious bubbles. Thank you so much. And we also found a temporal tear, something that it's not going to be messed with for a long time. So yeah, let's just not there. Let's go over here. And then we still have the 10 tiles of fuel left to come back home. Pretty cool, so I would say that this exploration journey was pretty successful. The fact that we found that fluorine in that gold asteroid field means that we can pretty much just connect this pipe to this shut-off and start filling up this rocket. I mean, the sooner we get there, the better, because the sooner we get there, the sooner we get those materials. We still need... There is still a few steps before we can reach the supercoolant, and we kind of need it like right now, so yeah. And we can get some data collection going as well while we go there, which is just fantastic. So cool. Okay, I'm just going to do a final checklist, and then I think I'm going to be sending this rocket. So I would say that we found some pretty valuable stuff on this journey. The alien cloud is like whatever, not really that important, but this thing, glimmering asteroid field, really cool, because we found our source of wolframite and tungsten, which is pretty cool. We just need a way to pretty much tame, quote-unquote, the tungsten, but that's pretty easy to achieve. The only problem is getting in here. I don't think that we are in range to come and mine this asteroid. I think we can come and mine this one, but not this one. So yeah, I'm just going to uncover this tile over here. I know there is nothing in there, but still I want to have it uncovered, and then I'm going to send Bubbles back to base. We are 2 tiles away, or in this case 3 tiles away, from being able to resupply this rocket. I am kinda like, I will really like to get this one on the flying before the end of the episode, But I don't think I'm going to be able. I think it takes close to a cycle to just to fill up the tanks for this thing. Not only that, we need to do a bunch of preparations before we depart, you know, verifications and whatnot. So I suppose that this is going to be something for future me, although we were pretty close. Okay, so it is time for Bubbles to come back home, and let me tell you, my friends, I think everything is lining up for us to go nuclear. We have the fluorine already available to us, or at least discovered on the map, so that we can go get it, something that we are definitely going to do next episode. The few batches of diamond that I have, I want to spend them on getting fluorine. And not only that, we found the planet where we have the radioactive biome. We need to go there and grab ourselves a bunch of uranium. Reason for that is, well, we are going to go straight away and build ourselves a nuclear reactor over on this space, and we are going to use that nuclear reactor not to produce power, although we are going to be producing a little bit of power, but we are going to spend that power on collecting and storing red bolts. We need to build a bunch of red bolt or in this case red bolt generators around the research reactor, and then we are going to be sending those red bolts into red bolt chambers so that we can store them and use them at our pleasure. We can use them to resupply red rockets, which we are going to put over on this corner to make a diamond on the presses, these things, the diamond presses, or to bombard any planet that we want to colonize using these thingies. The interplanetary launcher. This thing also needs red bolts. So I think if we kinda concentrate all of our red bolt stuff in one place, it would be very ideal for us, and that way we will be able to store a bunch of red bolts and not be too worried about that kind of stuff in the future. Very well, my friends, as this cycle comes to an end, so must this episode. We got our exploration rocket flying, and we got a bunch of other rockets ready to roll. We can colonize and we can mine now, which is just fantastic. We have discovered a bunch of tiles in the map, and well, in future episodes we should be able to clear the entire thing in no time. But with all of that said, my friends, I hope that you have enjoyed this episode and that you are enjoying the series so far. If you are, please consider subscribing and help the channel grow. But in the meantime, this is the Base Manager signing out. Bye bye!